Hi, I'm Wongster 1970, and today I'm going to be checking out this Troy-Bilt TB554 lawn edger that I purchased off of Facebook Marketplace. I bought it non-running. I'm going to take a look at it and see if we can find out what's wrong. We can get it running again. We'll also go over some of the features of it. So let's get started. Okay, this is the TB554 Troy-Bilt edger. Some of the features here. This is your engine brake. Pull this back to be able to start it. Here is your blade depth control. That lowers the blade down. You also have a curb gauge also, or curb adjustment, so you can drop this off to the one side and be able to edge along the curb. Here is where you check your oil. Here's where the gas goes. I have a primer here, air filter back in behind here, which that needs cleaned. Here you can change your blade angle. That's 15 degrees to the right, 15 degrees to the left, and here's 0 degrees. Here's your blade. This is a tri-blade. Belt here. One of the things I noticed was that the belt guard is broken, so I'm going to have to try to find another belt guard. Here's your spark plug. Also, here's your pull cord. And if you want to fold the handles, there's two knobs here, one here, one here. You can loosen these up and then fold the handle forward to make it transport easier transport. So let's check this out, see if we can find what's wrong. This has got a Briggs & Stratton 140cc engine with the overhead valves on it. First thing I did was I checked the gas whenever I went to buy it, and it's got a lot of residue in the bottom. It's not good. It smells bad. Not horrible. Either leaked out or evaporated. I checked the oil. The oil was low, but there was a little bit on the stick. I'm going to check the spark. There we go. What's it got? It's an auto light. So it's been replaced once before. Put that on there, and I'm going to try to find a bolt I can attach the other end to, and maybe I can see the spark. Yep, I see spark 3. So we got plenty of spark. Let's take the plug out and check the compression. I'm trying 5/8. Seriously doubt it. Oh, it is a 5/8 socket. See what a spark plug looks like. The spark plug is soaked. And it does have a little bit of a gap. I'm not sure what that is. It's either water or very weak gas. It does not smell like gas. So let's check the compression. That's not a good sign. It feels like there's compression. Definitely feels like there's compression. Let me get another compression tester on it. Okay, let's try this gauge. Got about 50 psi. It's not great. Might be enough to start it. Yeah, I just checked the oil in this, and this thing is way over full in oil. So I'm thinking it's got gas in the oil. So I'm going to drain that out, and also I'm going to take the carburetor off and see what that, or take the cover off and see what the carburetor looks like. Got the edger turned on its side. Take this cover off. Take the air filter out. We have a bolt here. Two smaller ones there. And those two seem to be the same size, and those two are smaller. So I'm going to take, I guess, these all off. See what size they are. And these two here are 5/16. Got a 9/32. See if that's the size. Yep. Lift this off. Feels like there's a breather line attached to it. There it is. Let me just twist that and get that to come off. There's your breather hose. We have a gasket here. Use a pair of duckbill pliers. And it's hard as a rock. Use these. You can usually loosen the hose up with them. Just get it on there and twist it a little bit. Now it's coming off. And use a flat blade screwdriver, see if I can get in underneath it and just work it off. Might be all it needs. Have a little bit of gas in there. There was no spring. There is something in there, but it smells very old. Yeah, this is the carburetor that I took off the edger. That was a plug here or something, where the choke valve would have been. No ring here. I'm going to take this bowl off and see what that looks like. Looks like it's held on with two 9/32. Yep, 9/32. Got a big drain in here. Big drain plug for the bottom of the carburetor. It's interesting, even though this is an entirely plastic carburetor. I've never had one of these apart before. A 10mm Allen. And this came loose. Oops. But I don't see what holds this on. Ah, there we go. Wow. It's a big bowl for that carburetor. And it's just got an O-ring that seals that. Just regular float right there. Doesn't seem to be real nasty. There's something in there. Let me get a light. Some sort of buildup in there. I'm not sure what that is. I'm going to take that pin out. Where's my needle nose? I'm going to use my hemostats. pull that pin out. It's got a little seat in there, rubber seat. It looks like this might pull out, but I'm not gonna mess with it. I think I'm just gonna spray this out with some brake clean or carburetor cleaner, blow it out with compressed air, and then put it back together. Got all the passages on this. I'm not sure where this was supposed to go. There was nothing I removed off there, but that seemed to be a vent for the carb. Here's your fuel inlet, and I just cleaned the needle off. The seat looks good. I'm just gonna hope that it doesn't leak. I'm gonna put this back in. Oh, I see. It looks like this goes through here. Presses it. Thought I pressed in place. Maybe not. Yeah, it just presses in place. It's not really any adjustment to the float level. Cleaned this jet out too. And hopefully this goes back together without any issues. I had it in backwards. It's got to go with this over top of that, and I was trying to put it in the other way, and that's what goofed it up. So this plug goes opposite of this. That's why it wouldn't go in. And now we know. There we go. This off to the side. I want to pull the fuel tank off, clean that out quick. I'm going to be removing the fuel tank, and to do that I'm going to have to remove this shroud. That'll just lift off of there. See down inside the tank. Looks pretty rough. I'm gonna clean that out with some brake clean and hopefully get that to come out. And while I got it apart, I might as well lay it on the side and drain all that oil out. Gas and oil, whatever's in there. Hopefully without making a mess. Put that back in there. See what this oil looks like. Not horrible. Smell like gas? No, it's just overfilled, I think. Maybe I have a slight smell of gas. Move that out of the way before I knock it over. Put that back there. I'm gonna go clean this tank out, and I'll be right back. I'm going to sit this carburetor back on, and it's just going to slide over top of this pipe down here. And I've got to hook this up, throttle linkage, so I'm going to put that in there. Should be able to just slide this down in underneath, right back on like that. This is going to slide back up over here. This hose is going to connect into here. That's your breather hose. Got 2 pins on here. They're going to line up in there. I'm going to put it back on its side. So these 2 that are going to go into plastic are these smaller ones. I'm just going to start them in there. And these other 2 are going to go into metal. There we go. Then I should clean out this air filter. I cleaned this out with some kerosene, and then I rinsed it off, squeezed all the excess out, and oiled it up with some 30 weight of oil, and then squeezed that out. Squeezed out the excess. So there we got our cover, and there we got our air filter. Put our cover on. Clean it up a little bit. I'm going to put the fuel line back on. Well, now, yeah. I'm going to put the fuel tank back on since I got that cleaned out. I'll need this clamp on here. Got that done. I'm going to be putting this heavy duty motor oil in. It's this HD30 Super Tech that I picked up from Walmart. So I can do it without making a big mess. Looks pretty good. Yep, that's right at the full. Let's put this cover back on. Get the screws for that. And that'll be a 5/16. And the last thing I want to do, well, that's the last thing, once I get some fuel on it. Got a new spark plug for it. This is a 3924 Autolite. It's equivalent to the RC10YC that was in here. I'm going to set that to, I think, 20 thousandths or 30 thousandths. This old spark plug was set a little over 20. I'm setting this one to 30 thousandths right there. I'll put that in. There we go. Plug wire back on. I'm gonna get some fuel in it and see if it starts. Okay, see if this thing starts up. Pull the handle. We're working on the Troy-Bilt TB554 edger. Just needed a carb cleaning on it and gave it a good tune up. Seems to work pretty good. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share, subscribe, and stay safe. Thanks for watching.